Hello everyone. So today we'll start with the new subject, that is computer network. And for computer network you can follow the reference book as Frozen and that A.S. Tannenbaum. Okay, so you can follow that two books, Frozen and A.S. Tannenbaum. But mm, this course is sufficient for UGC NET. If you want to try for that books you can try, but this course is sufficient for UGC NET, even GATE exam also. Okay, so let's start with the computer network. Okay, so we'll start with OSI model. So OSI stand for Open System Interconnection. This is what a OSI model, which is standardized by ISO, International Standard Organization. Okay, so in OSI model there are 7 layers. So one is application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. So these are the 7 layers. Okay, so this is the highest layer, application layer is the highest layer, and this is the lower layer. Now what about the physical layer? So physical layer, it is main concern with hardware, right? So concern of the physical layer is with hardware. What about the data link layer? It mainly deals with hardware and software. Okay, and what about the network layer? This layer is known as complex layer. Why? Because of the routing algorithms, right? This is known as complex layer. What about other transport layer? Transport layer, that layer is thick because of number of functionalities are more in case of transport layer. And what about the session layer, presentation layer, and application layer? These 3 layers are used for the user interaction purpose, right? So these are used for user interaction. So till this part, is it clear or not? Okay, so all will reply. Uh, Otherwise, I will consider that you are not interested. I will remove. Okay, so reply all the candidates so that I can assure that you got it. Okay, fine. So what about next thing? Next thing is PDU. PDU stand for Protocol Data Unit. Protocol Data Unit. So here protocol data. Okay, so here protocol data unit is what? For application layer, presentation layer, and session layer, protocol data unit is message. Okay, so protocol data unit for application layer, presentation layer, and session layer is message. What about the transport layer? Transport layer protocol data unit is segment, right? And what about data network layer? At network layer, protocol data unit is datagram. What about data link layer? At data link layer, protocol data unit is frame, and at physical layer it is a single PDU, right? Or we can say bit. Bit is the protocol data unit. So protocol data unit is clear or not? Okay, fine. Now let's see the next thing. Next thing is devices. So what are the devices operated over the layer? So if we talk about physical layer, so here device is repeater and hub. Okay, so at the physical layer, repeater and hub are used. And what about the data link layer? At a data link layer, bridge and switch is being used. Okay, what about network layer? At network layer, router is used. And what about transport layer? At a transport layer, gateway, and above layer also gateway. So for gateway, this is the exception, that it is a um, deal with the transport layer and other layers also. Okay, so this is about the devices. Is it clear to all? Okay, fine. uh, it was network problem. Okay, so let me tell you briefly that these are the layers. One is application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. Their protocol data units. Protocol data unit for application layer, presentation layer, and session layer is message, and for transport layer it is segment, and for network layer it is datagram, and for data link layer it is frame, and for physical layer it is single PDU, that is bit. Okay, and if we talk about devices, so at physical layer, device is repeater and hub. At a data link layer it is a bridge and switch. At network layer it is a router, and at a transport layer it is gateway, and all above layer also it is gateway. Gateway is the exception. So is it clear? Yes, especially for Neetu, network problem थी ना? Is it clear? Okay, fine. Now let's see the next thing. So we'll discuss about each layer one by one. So first layer, that is a physical layer. So what about the physical layer? In case of physical layer, it is responsible for electrical, mechanical, functional, and procedural characteristics of the link. Okay, so here it is responsible for electrical, mechanical, functional, and procedural characteristics of the link, right? Procedural characteristics of the link, like for the copper wire, it is related to the electricity. For optical wire it is related to the light. Okay, so physical layer is responsible for electrical, mechanical, functional, and procedural characteristics of the link. Another thing, it is responsible for transmission also. What about transmission? Transmission that can be the simplex, half duplex, and full duplex, right? So transmission that can be simplex, half duplex, and full duplex. If we talk about the simplex transmission, so it will be in single direction. For example, TV remote, right? So TV remote signals that are going towards the television, right, only in one direction, right? So that is the example for the simplex. Or we can say that antenna, signals that are going from antenna to television, right? So that is also the example of simplex. So till this part, is it clear? Okay, fine. Now let's see the next thing. Next is a half duplex. If we talk about the half duplex, it is working in both directions but not simultaneously, right? So one direction at a time, not simultaneously, right? So what is the example for this one? That signals are going in both direction but not at the same time. So what is the example for this one? Walkie talkie is the example. So in case of walkie talkie, what will happen? A person, it will take a walkie talkie and press the button, right? And send the message. After that, release the button and it will say over, right? Now next person, another person that can send the message. Okay, so walkie talkie is the example for the half duplex, right? What about the full duplex? If we talk about full duplex, then signal that can travel in both the direction, right? In case of full duplex, signal that can travel in both direction at the same time. So what is the example for this one? Mobile phone, that is the example for this one. So two persons, they are talking to each other simultaneously, they can send their message, right? It may that message will collide if two person are simultaneously talking, but it is possible, right? So that is the case of full duplex. So is it clear to all? Transmission is clear to all? Clear. Okay, fine. Now let's see the next thing. Next, it is responsible for topology also. So it is responsible for topology. So topology, that can be the bus topology, star topology, mesh topology, or it is ring topology or hybrid topology. If we talk about the bus topology, so bus topology, that is a connected means device or stations that are connected through the cable in this manner. Okay, so these are the devices that are connected to a cable, or we can say these are the stations connected to the cable, right? These are the endpoints of the cable, right? This is what the example for the bus topology. What about the star topology? So star topology, so here there will be the central device and device other node will be connected to this one, right? So this is what the example for the star topology. Its shape is like star. What about next one? Next one is the mesh topology. So mesh topology, that is what that is the complete graph, we can say, right? Mesh topology, we can say it makes the complete graph. All the adjacent are connected to each other directly. In case of mesh topology, all the adjacent, they have direct path to each other, right? In that case, we can say it is a mesh topology, right? So in case of mesh topology, they ask the question that if there are n number of node, then how many links are required? Then find out the number of links required, right? So for example, here number of nodes are 1 2 3 and 4. Then how many links are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 number of links are there. So what about n? If there are n number of nodes, then how many links are possible? Tell me. Let me say, if there are 10 number of nodes, 10 nodes, then how many links are required? Then how many links are required? This is the question. If there are 10 number of nodes, then how many links are required in case of mesh topology? Okay, it is 45. 45. Okay, that may be right answer. Yes, what about others? N into n minus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so if there are n number of node, then n into n minus 1 divided by 2 number of links will be there. Okay, so number of links will be n into n minus 1 divided by 2. So put these values in this formula. So we can say here it is a 10 into 9 divided by 2. So here it is 5, or 9 5 ja 45. So 45 number of links required for 10 number of nodes. Is it clear to all? ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है, नेट एग्जाम में पूछा गया आई थिंक, और पेपर 1 में भी शायद पूछा है कभी. सो कंफर्म मी, इज इट क्लियर? Okay, okay, fine. So this is about the mesh topology. And what about the ring topology? So if we talk about ring topology, so this is what the structure of the ring topology. Stations are connected in this manner. Okay, so this is what the ring topology. And what about the next one? Hybrid topology. Hybrid topology, that is the combination of more than one topology. So here we can say this is but the combination of more than one topology, and it becomes the hybrid topology. So is it clear to all? This is what the story about the topology. Okay, fine. Now next thing is, it is responsible for encoding also. Encoding means converting the bits into signals, right? Encoding means converting the bits into signal. So encoding, that can be the Manchester encoding, and second one is a differential Manchester encoding, right? One is Manchester encoding, another one is differential Manchester encoding. So these are two encoding type, right? So finally we can say physical layer, that is responsible for electrical, mechanical, functional and procedural characteristics of the link. Second thing, it is responsible for transmission, that can be simplex, half duplex or full duplex. Next thing, it is responsible for topology and it is responsible for encoding. So this is the story about the physical layer. Now tell me, is it clear to all? Okay, fine. Now let's see the next one, that is the data link layer. Next one is data link layer. So data link layer, it is responsible for hop to hop delivery, right? It is responsible for hop to hop delivery. So hop to hop delivery means here this is what a node, and here this is what a another node, then this link is nothing but a hop, right? So it is a delivery, it's a delivery is what, one hop to the another hop, sorry, uh, we can say it can cross a single link. ठीक है, hop का मतलब क्या होता है, that is a link, so it can cross only single link. तो यहाँ से यहाँ तक की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी किसकी रहेगी, दैट इज द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ डेटा लिंक लेयर. What about next thing, it is responsible for flow controlling, right? It is responsible for flow controlling. Flow controlling, we can say uh, that controlling protocols are stop and wait, go back and selective repeat. So these are the flow control protocols: stop and wait, go back and SR. What about next thing? Next is it is responsible for error control. For error control, here there will be the two mechanism. One is a CRC, another one is checksum. So at data link layer we use CRC, cyclic redundancy check. Okay, so these 3 points are clear or not? Okay, fine. Now let's see the next thing. It is responsible for framing also, right? So data link layer, that is responsible for framing. Also it is responsible for physical addressing, right? Physical addressing, that is related to the MAC address, right? Physical addressing means it is related to the MAC address. What about next thing? Next thing, it is responsible for the access control. What is access control? So whenever there is a broadcast link and stations are connected to the broadcast link, right? In such a case that any of these stations, they may transmit the data, right? So if they both are assume that station A is here, here it is B, here it is C, here it is D, and station A is transmitting to D and D is transmitting to B, then in that case what will happen, there is a chance that there may be collision somewhere, right? So to avoid this collision, there should be the access over the link, right? So which station can transmit the data, so there should be the access over that link, राइट? तो इनमें से कौन से वाला ट्रांसमिट कर सकता है, ए ट्रांसमिट करेगा या फिर यहाँ से डी ट्रांसमिट करेगा? तो किसी पर्टिकुलर के पास क्या होना चाहिए, एक्सेस होना चाहिए. अगर दोनों ट्रांसमिट कर देंगे सेम टाइम पे तो क्या होगा, कोलिजन हो जाएगा, और कोलिजन अगर हो जाएगा तो फिर से रीट्रांसमिट करना पड़ेगा. Okay, that's why we require the access control methods. So there will be the different access control method. We'll discuss later about access control methods. So is it fine till this part? Okay, fine. Now let's see the next thing, that data link layer, which is divided into two portions. One is LLC and another one is MEC. So LLC stand for logical link control and MEC stand for media access control, right? So this portion LLC, that is responsible for error control and flow control. It is responsible for error control, flow control. And what about media access control? It is responsible for error control, access control, framing and physical addressing, right? So this is what responsibility of the MAC, media access control, and these are the responsibility of the LLC, logical link control. So logically it is divided into two parts. MAC layer, sorry, that data link layer, DLL, that is divided into two partitions. One is LLC, another one is MEC. Okay, so is it clear to all? Okay, okay, fine. So finally, this is what the story of the data link layer means. It is responsible for hop to hop delivery, it is responsible for flow control, and it is responsible for error control, it is responsible for framing, it is responsible for physical addressing, and it is responsible for access control. Okay, so in exam they ask what are the responsibility of the डेटा लिंक लेयर, राइट? तो इनमें से कोई भी ऑप्शन दे देगा एंड इट विल आस्क दैट व्हाट इज द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ द डेटा लिंक लेयर. तो इस टाइप से क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है. I hope it is clear to all. Now let's see the next thing, that is network layer. Okay, so now we'll discuss about network layer. So network layer, it is responsible for host to host delivery, right? It is responsible for host to host delivery, or we can say it is responsible for source to destination delivery, right? It is responsible for source to destination delivery. So what do you understand by host? Assume that this is what a system, and this system is generally we called node, right? Then what is host? यस, कुछ ओल्ड स्टूडेंट हैं उनको तो पता होना चाहिए ना, व्हाट इज होस्ट. Okay, let me tell you. So whenever we assign IP address to node, right? Whenever we assign IP address to a node, it become host. Okay. So whenever we assign IP address to a node, then it becomes host. ठीक है? Otherwise we called that one as a node. Right? So network layer that is responsible for host to host delivery or source to destination delivery. Right? Another thing, it is responsible for logical addressing. Logical addressing, it is responsible for switching also, and it is responsible for routing. Okay, so what is a logical addressing? So here logical addressing that is related to the IP addressing. Right? Logical addressing means here it is related to the IP addressing. What about the switching? Switching means deciding the path. राइट? ये पैकेट आ रहा है, इसको कहाँ पे ट्रांसमिट करना है ये डिसाइड करना क्या होता है, दैट इज द स्विचिंग. राइट? स्विचिंग क्या है? डिसाइडिंग द पाथ. डिसाइडिंग पाथ. तो लग रहा होगा कि ये तो राउटिंग होती है. नो, राउटिंग मीन्स बिल्डिंग द राउटिंग टेबल्स. राउटिंग का मतलब क्या होता है? बिल्डिंग राउटिंग टेबल्स. That is what routing, building routing table. And switching means deciding the path decide karna, that is switching, or building the routing table, that is routing. So these points are clear or not? Okay, fine.
और भाईजान,
Right? So let's see the next thing. Next thing is that IP address is what it is used to represent a system uniquely all over the world. Right? तो एंटायर वर्ल्ड में कहीं पे भी कोई सिस्टम है उसको यूनिकली आइडेंटिफाई करना है, तो किसकी रिक्वायरमेंट आएगी? देयर इज ए रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ आईपी एड्रेस टू यूनिकली आइडेंटिफाइंग. राइट? तो किसी भी सिस्टम को ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड यूनिकली आइडेंटिफाई करना है, इन दैट केस वी रिक्वायर द आईपी एड्रेस. राइट? एंड व्हाट अबाउट नेक्स्ट थिंग, that this is what the local area networks. Right? These are the local area networks. So within local area network, or we can say LAN, if you want to identify a system, right, if you want to identify a system uniquely, then there is a requirement of MAC address. Right? Then there is a requirement of MAC address. And all over the world, if you want to identify a system uniquely, then there is a requirement of IP address. Is it clear or not? This point is clear or not? Okay, clear. Very good. Okay, fine.